and welcome to my presentation on the determinants of demand, the determinants of supply, and equilibrium. First off, I want to talk about the first determinant of demand, which is the price of the goods and services. The law of demand states that when prices rise, the quantity of the demand falls, and when price falls, demand rises. The demand curve is the relationship between price and quantity. Next is the income of buyers. When income increases, so does demand, and when it falls, so does demand. The price of related goods and services is the third determinant. If the price of the good and service or service increases, demand for the related good or service will decrease. For example, if gas prices are $3 a gallon and you own car brand X, which is not fuel efficient, and then gas rises to $3.50 per gallon, the demand for car brand X will decrease. The fourth determinant is preferences of the consumer. If preferences change, so will demand. So, for example, going back to car brand X, if a newer and more appealing brand, which in this case is car brand Y, comes out, then the demand for car brand X will go down. The fifth determinant is expectations. When consumers expect the price of something to increase, so will their demand. They expect the price to continue to increase, so they want to purchase a good or service before the price increases even more. The next topic I will be covering is the determinants of supply. The first determinant is production of technology. If the technology is being used efficiently, then the supply will go up. This also lowers prices. The second is the price of production factors. If the price of the good or service rises, then so will the production costs. The next one is prices of other products. If the prices of production for related goods or services increases, then it is likely that the production price of a particular good or service will also increase. Take car brand X, for example. As the price for producing gas increases, then the price for the car is also likely to increase. The fourth is the number of production units. As production units increase, so does supply, but as production units decrease, so does supply. The fifth is government policies. So when taxes increase, supply decreases because production costs increase. The sixth and final determinant is the expectations of producers. If producers are expecting there to be a rise in the price of a product, then they will prepare by lowering the amount they produce in hopes that the price does rise. The next topic I'll be covering is equilibrium. What is equilibrium? Equilibrium is a state in the economy in which the supply level equals the demand level for a specific good or service. The result of this is stable prices for the good or service, so that supply and demand does not have to fluctuate as much as it already does. As shown in this graph, there is a line sloping upward that depicts supply and a line sloping downward that depicts demand. On the x-axis, we have the quantity of the products that are produced, and on the y-axis, we have the price. Let us use our car brand X as an example for this scenario. As the quantity and price of the car increases, so does the supply, but as the quantity increases and the price decreases, then the demand will also decrease. Now with equilibrium, the point in which the demand and supply lines cross is the ideal price for car brand X. The price of production is not too high, nor is it too low to the point when a business will go bankrupt. The price that consumers pay is not too high so that they cannot afford it, but it is also not too low to the point where the producers are not making any profit. It is a perfect balance between the quantity and the price of the product. This is all theoretical, because the prices and quantities fluctuate so much, it is highly unlikely that equilibrium will ever be reached for any product. Thank you for watching. Here's my works cited.